flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on. Gotta keep the flame on. Gotta keep the flame. Keep the flame. Keep the flame on. Gotta keep the flame on. Flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Going till there ain't nothing. Keep the flame on. Gotta keep the flame on. Gotta keep the flame on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of our Gold Reef City Pro Snooker Championships. And this is the last two matches of our last 32 knockout section. We have two matches on the go, and the match that I'll be commentating on will be Kiashan Mudli against Mutalib Ali. The other match Munir Kasim will be commentating on is Fahmi Yassim against Richard Halliday. I'm pleased to have in the commentary booth with me multiple SA champion and a host of SA titles from Central Gauteng, Mr. Fakhri Khirdin. Welcome.
Thank you, Frat. Yeah, we have an exciting lineup. I mean, Mutalib Ali, prolific century maker, and Kiashan Mudli, as we all know, one of the best long potters in the country. So definitely a mouth-watering matchup here, and we're looking forward to seeing some good snooker.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be an interesting matchup. Both of them hold or won the SA titles in various divisions. And Kashi off to an absolute flyer. Pots the first red, gets onto the yellow, and that's the nature of his game. He doesn't hold back. Kashi, a very, very, very attacking player.
Yeah, doesn't waste any time. He's in it amongst the balls. And as we know, one long pot and he's in the game. Unfortunate miss there, unexpected from him. But players are settling in, getting used to the conditions. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, Talib gets to the table. Bit of a surprising shot. I think Mutalib himself looks a bit bewildered in not getting a high onto that black, but it's quite capable of spotting this black.
Unfortunate miss there by Mutalib Ali. I'm sure if he potted that would award him some decent opportunity amongst the balls. But unfortunately, black didn't sink. A lousy opponent to get in, and Kiashan is back in onto the table.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seat belts. These two guys are prolific potters, prolific builders, so we're in for an absolute treat. Commentators curse again, perhaps, Fakhri, but yeah, still feeling the table.
Yeah, you say that, Faraj. You know what? Players are settling in. Also, there's massive respect from both sides. Just to give our viewers a bit of history, they've played each other twice this season so far, in the essays and in the essay classic. And in the essay classic, Muttalib Ali beat Kiashan Mudli in the semi-final, and in the essay singles, Kiashan beat him in the semi-final. So it's a very evenly matched pair here that we have. So
Yes.
difficult to predict.
Yeah, honors even thus far, so let's see who's got the mettle to come out victorious in this match and book themselves a place in the last 16. Fakhri, our current pro snooker champion, has also booked his place in the last 16, and that's a lovely showdown tomorrow. We'll have our last 16 matches, so Fakhri already through, and let's see who will book their spot in tomorrow's lineup.
I think in this match, I think Kiashan will probably try and just gauge where his long game is at, to give himself a chance to create opportunities. And I think maybe Muttalib will be more on the cautious side and probably wait for a decent opportunity amongst the balls. So that's the strategy I think the players would go in with at this stage.
I think in saying that, you've touched on, you know, both players' character. Kashi, a very, very attacking player. He seems to want to finish the game at one visit. Talib, a lot more patient, but when he gets going, he's also a prolific break builder and has a tendency to chase the break as well. So we may see a lot of attack in snooker here.
What a nice long shot from Kiashan Mudli.
Basically,
Not much available to him, so possibly just rolling onto the yellow for a safety.
yeah, I suppose that was a pot to nothing. Clearing the red from the pocket, he may have got into something, but responsible playing. He'll wait for another opportunity.
The main concern is that all the red balls are widely spread and extremely conducive to a one-visit finish, especially with the caliber of these players. It's highly likely that one decent opportunity could be the end of frame.
Yeah, both of them waiting. They're wanting to get that black on the spot as soon as possible. I wonder, it's in a very precarious position. It may just roll past the red, but to get onto it will take some doing.
So Farad, any predictions for this match?
You know, Fakhri, I'm not much of a betting man, but it's really very, very difficult to call, given especially what you alluded to earlier. They both won one and lost one in both semi-finals of the South African Championship, so I'll be hard pressed to choose a winner. I'll be honest, I can't call it, but if you were putting a gun, if you put a gun to my head, I probably would go Talib's way, for no apparent reason. I just think that if he gets going, he can be very, very deadly.
Yeah, you know, And the thing is, it's when players are evenly matched as they are, it just depends on that particular player and how they're feeling it on that day. You know, it's not about their ability or their skill level. It's just how well they adjust to the conditions, how well they adjust to the table, the arena, and yeah, that will obviously count in the favor of the player, you know, being victorious. So yeah, it's, as you said, it's extremely difficult to call. They're both extremely solid snooker players, and yeah, we'll just have to see who wants it more, rather.
Yeah, and I see Kiashan in with a chance, and early to call, but he does look a bit more comfortable than Talib at the moment, and he's potting balls, and he got a bit too close to that side rail.
I think it's important for these players, and both of them being such good break builders, they'd like to clear the area with the black and try to get the black as soon as possible on its spot, which would offer them really decent opportunity to make a sizable break. So Kiashan going for that 3-ball prance would definitely, had the ball dropped, the black would have been cleared, and he would have been able to make a sizable contribution.
Yeah, I think that goes for any snooker player. You get a bit scatterbrained if the black is not on the spot, and you try at all costs to put the black on the spot, especially our more prolific snooker players. Naturally, that is the highest value color, so you'd want it on the spot.
Tali playing a fantastic safety there, gluing the white to the cushion. Kiashan with an excellent escape. Yeah, would be the perfect opportunity to clear the black.
Just that. He needs to navigate between those reds. He's going for the pot. What an
excellent center pocket shot.
And he's obviously seen that black could go through the gap there, and he's played it exceptionally well. Wow. And there we go. Once that black is on the spot, and Talib's got a bit of a swagger, and you know he fancies his chances. He's got a bit of a swagger when he walks around the table, and that means he's in.
Definitely. And the way the balls are laying, I fancy.
Don't kiss onto that black.
Unfortunately, I think the black is not available.
That is just was very unfortunate.
This could be a massive problem for him, because I don't think he can see the black at all. And even playing off a cushion, he would probably want to calculate to play a color in bulk.
You'd probably go for the brown or green. He doesn't have any angle to the black. The pink is out of the question. He doesn't have an easy angle for the blue.
I think possibly if there was a gap between the red and the white, you'd opt for the yellow, because it would be a natural angle off the side rail. But I just don't think that is available at this stage.
Is he attempting to play the yellow off the black, coming off the black cushion and then the side rail? Or is he... I don't think he has angle for the black.
I think he's looking at the yellow, and I think that would be safest bet, considering the way the reds are.
I think perhaps he may have taken the more difficult option from my vantage point here, because he could have gone off the side rail with a natural angle, unless he didn't have the red was too close to the white.
And I don't think that angle was available, because definitely the natural angle would have been to play the white off the side rail and play for the yellow. And
He's looking at
yes,
that
he's
angle
just
now.
100%. He's actually telling the referee that
He didn't have that angle.
he didn't. The angle wasn't available, and
That's great sportsmanship by him, and that's you know, that's a snooker player.
and playing the game in the correct spirit.
Well, he made a hash of that, and I don't think Kashi is going to waste any time by requesting the referee spot that. There's nothing up. That's definitely going to be called a miss, and this could be an expensive miss for Mutalipe.
Absolutely, and as I said, the minute he didn't find the perfect position on the black ball, I said this could be more of a problem to him than Kiyashin actually being amongst the balls.
Oh yes, certainly. It's not the easiest of snookers. He's going to do well to come out of this. And reminding our viewers, he's got to hit the ball on, and in this case he's nominated the yellow, and if he doesn't make contact with the yellow, it will be called a foul and a miss. And given Kiyashin two choices, one is to have the ball replaced in its original position or play from where the white ball has come to rest. But the angle at which Mutalipe is playing, there's no chance of Kiyashin having a ball on, I mean a red ball on, so he would call a miss every single time. That's not a bad angle, but a bit too wide. I think he
just needs to apply a trace of check side just to kill the white off the black cushion, and then the ball will widen on the side rail to give him an opportunity for the yellow. So maybe just a trace of right-hand side to offer him an angle.
But with the distance of the cue ball to the cushion, it makes it extremely difficult. I think he's gonna go wide all the time, but mind you, that was a bit closer than the previous attempt. I would, if Kashi takes on the shot here, I'll be very surprised. He's got to put him back. I think Mutalipe has worked out the angle now, and I think he'd probably hit the ball on.
Yeah, and Kiyashin is not a player that's trying to capitalize on a miss. He just wants a decent opportunity
100%.
to make a sizable break. And
now he's chosen the wrong angle. That is very surprising. He's now way off. I wonder why Kashi's even attempting to take anything on. And this is a game. It's part of the rules. He gives a bit of a smile as if, you know, I don't want to take the miss, but it's the rules. And he's got to, if he's not in an advantageous position, he should not be taking a ball on. He should be putting Talib back all the time.
100%. And in hindsight, perhaps a running side shot off the black rail and just taking your chances on the black could have probably worked out better for you, because this is becoming really expensive now. 31 points difference between the two players, and he's still at it. So
if I were Talib right now, he's not getting close to that yellow. Perhaps he should see that he's getting quite a wide angle and perhaps choose the brown. Is there an option, you think?
Yeah, the brown is definitely an option. You can navigate it for the brown. The problem is
Of three cushions?
The problem is that off the bulk rail, you have to also calculate how
much
wide
side,
and yes, how much side you're carrying and how wide the bulk cushion is kicking, and this could pose a problem in itself. I think he's going back for the yellow, playing a trace of check side, trying to get just to narrow the angle a bit.
It shouldn't be kissing into that pink if he plays too much. Oh, wow, that's ridiculous. I think he's lost his... did he change his color option?
I think so. And what he did actually, from the direction of the ball, you can see where he played the cue ball at the top of the white. So when you play at the top of the white, it will actually widen the ball even more. So when he was opting for the yellow, he hit the white at the bottom, which means he narrowed the angle to give himself an opportunity to play the yellow. He then widened by playing at the top, and he widened the angle, and as you can see, the white keeps on hitting before the center pocket. So he's manipulating one rail, and there's about a space of about 2 inches where he can play, but he's getting it on different areas on the table.
I wonder what ball he's chosen now. Probably, is he going for the black or the blue? Pink. That's very close. I think he hit the red first there. I don't know what the ref is called.
Oh, we didn't see a score update there. So I'm assuming that he made legal contact on the pink ball. And as I said previously, even if he did create a foul, Kyoshin is just looking for an opportunity.
Yes, certainly.
35 points up. It's the perfect time to fill the table, put a sizable contribution together, play the shots, get used to the cushions, the cloth. And here's an interesting fact. Kyoshin, being a left-handed player, always uses the rest with his right hand, and not many players do that.
Well, I think I've seen a couple left-handed players use, in fact, there's a player at our club that does the same thing, but yeah, that's interesting.
And on the pro circuit, Judd Trump is one of them as well.
One of them, yes.
They left-handed, but when they play with the rest, they use the rest right-handed. It's like a very strange way of doing things, eh, Farad?
Yes. Potting some nice balls, and he seems to be potting with confidence. Kashi is a man on a mission. Now that was a prolific pot along the rail. I mean, on these pockets, Fakhri, you've played there. To slot a ball at that pace shows confidence.
Definitely, and to get it up the table as well. You know, potting a ball on these tight pockets is one thing, but actually getting it back up the table, you know, to hold that position, really.
And as we sung his praise, he plays an awful safety shot. You cannot allow an opportunity like this to Talib. He's very capable of clearing this table. There's 45 points adrift, and
59 on.
There's enough on the table, and Talib, you know, it's just that pink and black. He's got to try and get good position, and he's got to be the blue.
The frame is not safe. Oh, wow, that's a really uncharacteristic miss from Muttalib there. I really didn't. I fancied him to pot that and at least try to pot the blue or something from that position.
It was very difficult. He needed a perfect position on the blue. And fortunately for Kyoshin, the pink and black is a bit tied up from the angle that he had. And that brings Kyoshin back to the table. And nice deep screw, a lovely kiss on the thread would do him well, and he gets just that.
Perfect, perfect. And the problem that Muttalib have right now is that Kyoshin, because he has more table time, is actually getting his eye in. And as you know, he's probably the most dangerous person on our local circuit with regards to that.
No doubt. And I think Kyoshin is all but sealed this frame. There's 43 points left on the table, and he's got a 54-point lead, and he's on the penultimate red. I don't think Muttalib will get back to this table.
He may come back just to award himself some table time. He hasn't really stroked anything, so he may just come back and try and pot a few balls, string a few colors together, just to get some feel.
Well, in Fakhri, I hear you, but if he gets an opportunity to get back in the stable after that phenomenal yellow that Kiashan just dispatched with total disrespect of these tight tables.
Yeah, and let's see. I would think he'd probably come back. Yes,
Yes.
and he just wants to get the feel. It's the first frame. He's
Nothing
still
wrong with it.
fiddling. Nothing wrong with that.
Wow. And he missed that by quite a distance, so the concession comes in and
Kiashan Doro's first blood.
he draws first blood and Kiashan goes 1-0 up in this race to 5. On the other side, we have Fahmi Yassim on the table 1 against Richard Halliday. A very tight affair, very low scoring game, mind you. And Richard is 5 points ahead, 26 place against 21. But Richard is on a lovely clearance here. He should seal this first frame as well.
And both of our players, Kiashan Mudli and Mutalib Ali, both former SA champions, and both of these players have reached the SA final on numerous occasions. If I'm not mistaken, I think Kiashan has seen at least 4 SA finals.
And he's won two of them, has he?
Two of them,
Yeah.
and Talib has seen, I think, 6 as well, 6 finals with 1 title under his belt. Talib has 19 national titles, which includes the classic, 6 reds, pairs, and the singles.
Wow, that's
It's quite
a resume.
Quite a resume.
19 national titles. He's
19.
been around the block for quite some time.
It's an excellent white, unfortunate on the pot, but lovely cannon on the red to hold for the black.
Yeah, pity he missed the pot. Kashi will probably play a safety. If he goes for the pot, I'll be surprised. But then again, Fakhri, here's a man on the mission, oozing with confidence, and he pots that ball with...
Friday, he refuses very little. I've been on the circuit with him, I think, for the last 12 years, and he might have refused about 5 balls in that time.
yes, in saying that, look at you, that's his game, and once he gets going, he pots some ridiculous balls, and that's because he can. You know, he's one of the most prolific potters in this country. Right, let's see, Mutalib, you've got to get yourself on the scoreboard.
At this stage, the position Mutalib is in right now, you're trying to go for the shot, but you also don't want to leave your opponent on if it doesn't go your way. And that's a very difficult position because your opponent has the upper hand, he's 1 frame up, his eye is in, and you know, it becomes a monumental task at this stage.
You know, I think as a snooker player, it's as you alluded to earlier, you know, you can have the skill, but it's a much of a mind game where you've just said that Talib wants to get in, but doesn't want to leave the opponent on. Kashi, on the other hand, plays a game where he backs himself to pot, and he doesn't care if he leaves you on because he's confident potting. And here, Mutalib Ali is one of the blokes who will always find a plant in the pack.
Ah,
And
unlucky. Just hitting the outside jaw there.
Oh, he's just tied that black up now.
I think the red to the corner pocket
May
does
just go.
Maybe a roll in, and he'll hold position for the black.
Yeah, could be for the blue, pink or blue.
Okay,
He goes
plays
for the
it
blue. But another excellent pot.
Excellent pot, white off the cushion. What an excellent pot there.
No, he's potting with confidence. Just overran a bit. I think he wanted the red to the right-hand side. Yeah, he still has it. He can go in and out of bulk and get back onto the blue. If he misses, oh, wow, beautifully negotiated. Oh, it's on the bulk colors. The
And
bulk colors are the green, brown, and green, brown, and yellow. And you could do that because there's a red up there.
Yeah, so the red being available to him in bulk just makes the task slightly easier. He'll get back up to the blue now, and the loose reds are running out. He's obviously looking to go into the pack as soon as possible, because the more you close your options with regards to the colors you play to open the pack, the harder it becomes. The break just comes to an end. So he'll be looking at going into the pack probably on the next color he plays.
Yeah, I think he overran this. If he laid a bit shorter, he could have been on the pink. And if he lays high here, this could be an opportunity to go into the pack.
I think he'll probably play it off 2 cushions if he can.
Looks like he's going directly into it.
Oh, he goes directly in.
And where's the white ball going? That is really unfortunate.
That is absolutely unfortunate.
He played the correct attacking shot and got beautifully into the pack. And unfortunately, you don't know where the white ball is going when you're going into a cluster of reds.
Of course. You know, when you play for a split, we do our best to try and navigate the position of the red balls as well as the cue ball, but it's so difficult. You're trying to control a cluster of 8 reds, and where you make contact with them, so it's really a challenge.
Well, Talib at the table, he's currently on 8. Let's see if he can improve on that and string together a nice break. He's looking very fluent now.
And this is where he is extremely dangerous. It's a situation like this, 6-7 red balls on the table, nothing really difficult, nothing on the rail. This is where he's in his element. You know, on normal circumstances, Muttalib would probably end up clearing a table like this. However, 1 frame down, there's pressure, so
yeah,
makes a difference.
Yes, it does. But a play of Muttalib's caliber, I don't think he's feeling the pressure with 1 and race to 5. He backs himself. He's just run out of position here. Very uncharacteristic of him. He's looking now, and I think he didn't play a. You know, I think he ran too far. He perhaps wanted the red on top of the pink to the left middle pocket, and that would be the end of his break, opting for safety, and a bit disappointing.
Yeah. Look, the blue came to his rescue, and had he not got the kiss of the blue, the red would have been available. But luckily for him, I think Kiashan has to swerve to make contact. Yes. He didn't have the potting angle, but it was the only option to get the white in a relatively safe position.
Well, I think he executed it very well.
I think Talib's just struggling a little bit. Just needs a little bit more time, settle down. I'm sure then he'll be able to string a few balls together. What an excellent shot from Kiashan.
Fantastic.
You know, he plays those shots with a cue ball on the rail so well.
Well, you know, if he goes, I think he will go for this black ball knowing Kiashan, but I think he'll go for safety here. No.
Was there doubt, Farad? Was there ever doubt that he would play a safety from there? I mean...
No, Kiashan, he's a prolific potter, and that was... If he had missed that, he didn't... And that's the thing, he doesn't think of missing. Oh, we got a bit of a kick on that.
I think he got a bit of a kick. It just looked like there was a little bit of drift. Sometimes, you know, finger marks, fingerprints on the table.
I think there was a kick. It looks certainly as a kick, and conceding the table to Talib. And what a beautiful black ball he had potted, and just unlucky.
Talib should definitely seize this opportunity. The
Oh,
balls are
wow.
split. What a fantastic split.
I'll be very surprised if Kiashan gets back to the table, to be quite honest.
So it's quite tight, the score. Kiashan on 34, Muttalib on 37, and Muttalib at the table. Talib in the driving seat at the moment. Nothing really difficult on the table. Looks like he's finding the pace of the table. He's settling down.
Oh, he's on 15. This is a testing blue ball. He's
I
got
think a nice cannon on the red ball. There we
If
go.
he gets it, but it's going to be too wide on the pot, and that was the testing blue ball. It's and that was the tester there, Fakhri. All the others were relatively easy, and he was posed with the first testing shot. A bit too much of a drawback on the black here, but then again, this is Kiashan.
Yeah, and what a
Wow.
fantastic black. And the cloths are so quick. The
Has he
amount of
snookered
speed.
himself here?
I think he can see a glimpse of the red.
I think he may have snookered himself here. He did, and his angle was not there. He scored 8 and he put himself in a snooker. And
It looks like a
a
free ball.
It depends how far behind the red the pink is.
Correct.
And I don't know if the ref even had a glimpse of that, but he's got a vantage point there. If there's any bit of that pink infringing on the bottom line of the red, it would be a free ball.
He plays the same shot with a trace of check side, just to narrow the angle to give himself an opportunity and not have that wide kick off the cushion, but he misses it. Balls will be replaced.
Yeah, I think the cushion slide as well plays a part in it. I'm actually surprised that he's missed it twice, to be honest. He's gonna have to go before the center pocket and not past. That's the shot. Yes, sir. He initially went past the center pocket, so he hit the ball on without conceding any more fouls.
Another opportunity for Muttalib Ali to draw level. It's a good shot. I think he'll probably just play for a cannon either on the pink or the red just to split them.
They ease the red into the center pocket, and he plays for that as well. So
He holds the...
holds the white, yes. So, well, I don't think he's going to let this opportunity go begging. He will go, and just having said that, he doesn't roll that white enough to get a lovely position on the pink, but natural angle, he's just got a... Yes, he's done it, natural angle. Onto the yellow, how's the pace? And that's what we always say, you mess up one position to correct it and get back into the game, you just make it a little more difficult for yourself all the time.
Of course, because it's difficult to recover all the time. He went for the pot there, but with safety in mind, and
given his lead,
yeah,
he could
26 points up, he just needed the yellow. So it was a kind of safe bet to play that, because had he potted the yellow, the difference would be 28 with only 25 on the table. It's the shot you want to play. You're not
Yes.
leaving anything on, and if you go for it, it's frame ball.
All right, so with only the colors left on the table, there's only 27 points available on the table, and Muttalib Ali has a 26-point lead. He needs the yellow then snookers would be required. And now he's put himself in a position, I think, and Kiyashin could get this behind the pink onto the black. He needed the kiss onto the black to hold it.
I think he didn't want the kiss because then he'll probably kill the black, and he needs the entire tables. He needed, so best chance for him was just to try and hold it and
behind
avoid.
the pink, yeah.
Yes. What a beautiful shot Mutali played.
I don't think he's got the snooker though.
Perfect weight.
The tables, he's got it.
It's a swerve shot, but good enough.
Good enough, yeah. Where's the white ball? He's safe. And perfect angle for Mutalib to seal off this frame and get back up to the green, and he'll certainly have a go at it. He does, catches the outside jaw, gets a good white, and now
this is in Kiyashin's range.
Interesting.
This is I think I've seen him miss 3 balls in his whole career like this.
I hope it's not the 4th one.
Oh, wow.
Good Lord.
I think, what's that phrase that you guys been using the entire tournament? Oh, commentator's curse.
Yeah. Well, it was lovely having Fakhri with us. We'll ask him to leave the booth.
Oh,
that's
beautiful
the
shot. Kiyashin may come back.
Well,
Blue.
the difference is 28. There's 25 on the table. There's still a frame to be played.
And the black is really in a very, very suitable position to try and get snookers. So black and pink along the same line, so it just makes it so much more conducive to snookering. And that's the line he's looking at.
Oh, putty kiss on the pink. He may just leave this up. No, not quite. And if he hadn't, the white hadn't kissed the pink, he may have been in with the shout for snooker. And Talib's got to roll this brown ball towards the pocket, and he does exactly that. No need to give Kiyashin an opportunity for snooker. Just roll them to the pocket.
And Kiyashin will pot the brown, and he will look to snooker with the blue, because he needs the pink and black on the table. He just make laying snooker so much more easier. Oh, he's opting actually to go for the snooker on the brown
And
already.
he may just get it. Where's the white ball going?
I think
Unfortunately,
that's the frame.
I think concession came in there. And now the scores are level at 1 each.
So now we have a game on our hands.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the main sponsor of this edition of Pro Snooker here at Gold Reef City theme park and casino and theme park. Lots of entertainment here with world-class restaurants, entertainment for the kids as well, and a lovely movie theater at Gold Reef City. We are here in the Bullion Room at Gold Reef City for the final installment of Pro Snooker for the calendar year of 2022. The venue setup is courtesy of Basel Billiards and the Q Master team. And our drinks, as you see on the table, proudly sponsored by My Day Brands. We are coming to you live from our streaming partner team, and that is 360 Sport. You can catch us, as you know, you are live now on 360sport.co.za. We ready to get underway with our third frame at the game, nicely poised at 1 each, and Mutalib to break.
So we're back with the action. Scores tied at 1 each. Mutalib with the break off, and Kiyashin will just go for the safety here. Muttalib with an opener. Long red, black not available in the corner pocket. So he'll probably have to play up for the blue. Long distance screw back.
Let's see a test of his cue power.
He has the cue power.
Well, he has the cue power, not the desired result, but the
Unfortunately,
but a clean pot nonetheless. Not touching. The ref calls not touching. Muttalib challenging the referee's eyesight.
I think Muttalib, being the intelligent player he is, he'll probably either opt to play, just touch the white ball and make it difficult for his opponent to play from the
Cue
blue.
over the blue.
Yes, a Chinese snooker, or he'll try and catch the outside jaw by making contact with the blue and try and get the ball behind. The referee called not touch ball, but that looks very close to me.
Yeah, I think we're the wrong angle, and but I would trust the refs. They did an excellent job, but he said not touching, and what a elementary error by Muttalib Ali. And he shakes his head in total disbelief that he enough on that shot. Fakhri, you alluded early to a term that we call Chinese snooker. Chinese snooker, when you got a cue over the ball. Do you perhaps know where the term came from?
Not at all. I was going to think of making something up for her just for viewership, but I have no clue where the Chinese snooker comes from.
All right.
But yes, it's when a player is hampered by an object ball and they're queuing over, and that phrase is called Chinese snooker. What a beautiful snooker Muttalib played there. This could offer him early benefit in the frame.
Well, I think it's an easy out, no doubt, but Kiyashin just playing not to leave a red on. And I think he played a very good shot. I don't think he left much on, besides a long red to the yellow pocket. And I think Talib may go for it. He's got nothing much to lose.
I think he'll play the red to the corner and actually try and use the white to cannon the black towards the other corner pocket.
Is that red on?
Definitely.
Ah, well, he's going for it.
So
A very high
once you
risk
pot
shot.
it, you hit the second red and the second red. There we go.
Very high risk shot.
So he was just playing to pot, get the cannon and push the black out. It would probably be a lucrative had he pot the ball.
But I think a very high risk shot. If
Definitely.
If he had missed it any closer, that ball would have been up. Welcome our head coach, Mr. Rafiq Lambara, to the stream. Glad you're watching, and congratulations on your first match win and you into the last 16. Mr. Lambara, nice to have you watching on the stream.
It looks like Muttalib will be going for this plant.
He loves plants, doesn't he? Oh, he made a hash of that. I
Yeah.
don't know why he has this fascination with plants. He's really very good at it, mind you.
Yes.
But he has this obsession of playing plants. And you now, if you don't get it, and it looks horrible, and now just left Kashi at the table.
Yeah, considering the distance between the two red balls, I think this was a massive risk to have your opponent get in now because of playing a risky plant like that. I think he should have opted for a good safety and just waited. What a beautiful shot from Kiyashin there. Again, queuing off the cushion makes it look so simple.
Yeah, I think he did rather well. Long blue, he's in his zone. Wow, prolific pot.
Definitely.
Didn't doubt him missing that, did you, Fakhri?
No, not him. That's within his range, and he's absolutely deadly at those shots.
Oh, wow.
I did fancy him for that, though, because he's been queuing them from the cushion all evening, and I don't think he's missed. I think that's the first one he's actually missed.
He hasn't left much on. A tricky red ball close to the bulk, close to the black rail. If he pulls us off, he should be on the black. He has to go for it. I have no idea why he played so much bottom on that. I think more of a stun shot, Fakhri.
More of a stun shot, and considering the grip of the cloths also, it really holds the white. So it hugs the white, the cloth grips the white, and you get much less movement of the white ball. So sometimes players misjudge that and they expect a bigger bounce, not knowing that they've played too low on the
Too
shot.
low, yes. Unfortunately for him, that was a good opportunity. And did he touch that black?
Yes, he made contact.
Don't think the ref was, it's probably a touching ball, but it was very close.
I saw the referee jump the minute he hit it because he thought he may have missed it.
Yeah, I don't think he was positioned correctly, but anyway. Well, that's definitely a miss. And Kiashan,
And it's such a simple snooker, but considering you're playing on a steel block table, there's a slight wider kick on the cushion. And you know, with new cloths as well, you have slide, you have steel block tables, and especially on snooker escapes, you can definitely misjudge.
oh, good Lord.
I think that was a miscue. That was definitely a
Well,
miscue.
it must have been a miscue. I can't see anything else. He almost went for a straight up and down double. He's going to be looking at his step, and he's looking at his step. He's not happy. And that's way off. He's now wasted another golden opportunity, Muttalib. And anyway, he should get out of his mind and just get on with the game. But he's tied the black up properly in that bunch of reds now.
Yeah, and sometimes a miscue of that nature can just, you know, hurt your confidence a little bit. You tend to play a little bit higher on the white because you're afraid it might just happen again. So best to get it out of your head as soon as possible.
He's going to go into the pack. He does.
Looks like he's okay.
No, I think he's got a bit unlucky there, Fakhri.
I think the red does go to
Does
the
that
corner
bottom
pocket.
red
Yes.
go? Bit of awkward bridging though.
Yes, and if he can, he has to get out of that so he can play for possibly for the blue ball. So the pink and black are not available at this stage. So pot the red, come off 2 cushions possibly, and play for the blue. So he's going to hit this quite low to try and to just come on the outside of the pack. Yeah, he's avoided the pack and he's on the blue.
That's a good pot. He's now on 7. A tricky blue. And
It's a good shot.
with the white on the cushion, it always becomes, it looks very easy, but it becomes a very tricky shot because you don't have much of the white to cue at. So for our viewers out there, he just has the top, like this shot as well. You have very little of the white to cue
Available.
at. Yes.
That is true.
He should go for a cut into the center pocket and get a bit of confidence. He should actually have a dip at it. He played it a little bit too wide and caught the outside jaw. But nevertheless, a break of 12, and he levels the score at 19 each, with the frame scores level as well at 1 each.
Kiashan potting the long red there. Perfect angle on the blue. Here he has an opportunity to split the rares as well as open the black. I
And
think
where's
he
the
just
pink
got
ball?
a bit unlucky there with the pink dropping.
Well, I think more than a bit unlucky. He went lovely into the pack, didn't get much, but unfortunately the pink dropped and conceding the 6-point foul.
It's so difficult to predict when you're going into the pack where all those balls are going. It's a bit wide from Muttalib there.
Not
It
much damage.
Yeah, looks
That
like he got
ball's
away away with it.
Well, it's a bit close unless he hits away and he's got the angle into the center pocket. This is a very dangerous shot to play. Not
Did
an
he
easy
underhit
shot.
it?
No.
No.
He hit it enough, and I think he just overcut it, the ball. But Talib should be able to cut this into the center pocket. Unless he...
Oh wow, look at
unless
that.
Talib opt to hit the ball, the white ball, and I think one may say you got lucky to hit the red, and others may call it justice.
Definitely. I honestly thought he was going to run the white safe there. I thought he just got away with it.
Oh,
Unexpected miss there from Kiashan.
where's the white ball going? Is that
I
safe?
think
He's
he's
pulling
okay.
towards the side rail.
Blue and pink are a bit more open.
You could get the black on the spot as well. And both of them on 3 attempts missing at the center pocket. And Talib the first time missed the entire ball. But, you know, I would like to say Kashi should play a cross double, get the white safe. But we all
I
know
don't
he's going
think
for the
so.
pot.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Rattles it.
Not a bad attempt.
Yeah, and he did, in all fairness, he didn't leave anything on. So it was a safe bet on his side. The frame 24 plays 25. Mutalib one ahead. Not much in it at this stage.
Talib going for a safety shot. I think he's he definitely got a bit unlucky. He hit the cushion first. I don't think he has a direct. Does he? He hit the cushion first and then pot that red. Excellently executed and on the black. There you go.
He's got a pink, he's got a black, so
He has choices.
he has choices. Table looking nice and open now for him to
He'll want that black on the
make a
spot.
decent break.
And he missed it, I
Oh,
think.
that was a really unexpected miss from
Wow.
Kiashan.
I think he'll be ruining their chance. And Talib makes no mistake. Gets to the table.
Talib just trying to calculate where he should leave the white. He's got an opportunity to nurse the second red forward if he does play this with topspin, or he plays to avoid it. But it looks like all is open here.
Yeah, I think he's got that swagger about him again. Oh,
Yes, his pace has definitely increased around the table, and you can see he's playing with a little bit more confidence.
and here's a tricky shot. But he plays it very well. Plays
I think
nicely.
a nice stun.
on
To
to
play
get on the red into the
definitely.
same pocket, into the other center pocket, corner pocket, and he executes it perfectly.
So here you have a choice. You can either play the pink to the center, or you can play the black to the corner.
I think he'd probably opt to go for the black on the stun. And he did exactly that, coming off the side rail, but missing the pot. And then now, a year again, conceding the table to Kiashan. And Kiashan is his element with these type of shots. And he shouldn't be missing. And this could prove costly for Mutalib.
Definitely. However, the red in bulk doesn't look like it goes into any of those pockets, so may only get 8 points here.
That's an odd choice of shot by Kiashan.
I think just a safety over here.
He'll go for the pot. Oh, well, he surprised me that time.
If this bounces
Excellent
and it
safety.
heats, not sure if it goes. No, I
I
don't think it goes.
think
I
he's
don't
done
think he
very
has
well.
the potting angle, but he can just fine cut, return a safety if the red closest to the corner pocket is available.
No, you think
Talib is in the driving seat with
he's
16
a
points ahead.
Fine cut may risk an in-off. He's going to go off the side rail and try
Nestle.
and nestle onto the red, hit it into the cushion, and he does exactly that.
The problem with that shot is if you don't play it perfectly to lay behind the black, you end up leaving the red on, and that could prove costly.
Well, this is Kiyashin territory along the rail. Oh, that wasn't far off. That was not far off. And he's left it up.
Red available to the center.
Talib 16 points up. I should seal it at this visit. Oh, that's a beautiful black into the corner pocket.
Just to drop the red in is all he needs.
Yeah, this could prove to be tricky if he rattles it. He hits it with pace, not to leave it in. I think he may get fortunate with the snooker. No, he doesn't. And Kiyashin now trailing by 24 points. There's 35 points available on the table. He's by no means out of this frame. Oh, and there's an unfortunate kiss on the green. And Muttalib has the last red, which would, I think he'll seal the frame at this visit. Nice kiss on the blue there, Fakhri.
Definitely, definitely. Look, he probably didn't want it at this stage because
I don't well,
the blue and green was his insurance.
no, I think he pots that and the snooker's required, so he didn't mind that too much because the difference, 25, the blue.
It's 30.
Yes, now it's 30 with the blue. He didn't mind that too much, so snooker's required.
And he still has the green as insurance. If
If he doesn't snooker himself, he doesn't. That's 30 points with 25 left, well, 32 points and 25 left on the table.
I think it's frame over.
Well, there's only 2 snookers required.
I don't know why Kiyashin is honestly coming back to the table. I mean, long potting is definitely his forte, so I think he should stick to that for now.
I think he's just proven you wrong by laying a snooker here, and he just, the white just popped out from the black. He only requires 2 snookers.
The problem with this is that, especially when you're trailing, what guys don't realize, the more you're at the table, especially 2-3 snookers required, as much as you want the points, it can definitely keep you in the fridge.
Well,
and your game can actually deteriorate as you go along.
I think so, but there weren't only 2 snookers. I think he had the right to go for it. Unfortunately, Talib got a snooker and he fouled on the black. And in saying that, Fakhri, I've seen you not concede a frame requiring it 4 snookers. So I think Kiyashin, with 2 snookers required, should have given it a go. It makes a difference in losing that frame. But anyway,
you know, Farhad,
yes, Fakhri. Well, Talib takes a 1-frame lead and leads the match 2-1. So on the other side, we have Richard Halliday leading 2-0 against Fahmi Yassim. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Gold City, for providing a beautiful venue and excellent setup by Basil Billiards and the Cube Master team. We are coming to you live from the Bullion Room at Gold City in Johannesburg. All right, be reminded that the matches have a time limit of 2.5. Is it 2.5 hours, Fakhri?
Yes, it is. It's
Yes.
2.5 hours.
So you have a time limit of 2.5 hours, and they're going at a decent pace. An hour has elapsed, and they've played 3 frames. So I don't think time will be a factor here necessarily.
Definitely, and as we know them, they both of them, they don't waste time around the table. They're very quick players. They see the shots quickly. They don't waste time on trying to muck about. And yes, this is how they play. They got aggressive game, so they also don't want to go into intense safety battles because this is also another way, and then make this game the frame scrappy. So they try to avoid this at all costs, both of these players.
Well, I don't think it's in their nature, to be quite honest. They're both very attacking players. They're not interested in safety. I think every time they get to the table, they want to make a sizable break. So this could be proved to be very challenging for Kiashan, because we all know when Muttalib gets a bit of a swagger around the table, he gets his tail up. He's a very difficult individual to beat when he's got his nose ahead.
Already the breakoff has offered a red to the corner pocket. Black available into the opposite corner. Immediate opportunity on the 4th frame for Muttalib.
Well, as you said earlier, I think Talib should... Kiashan is a long potting machine. And I see Muttalib is struggling with his long potting. And
It's a beautiful red to the middle pocket.
he does it with such ease and confidence.
Definitely Farad. And the red in bulk that Talib went for previously just assisted him to be able to continue with the break. So he now has the opportunity to play the red either for the bulk colors and go into the pack, or the blue and go into the
I
pack.
think he'll go for the blue. And I hope, well, there are a couple of loose reds, but I think knowing Kiashan, he'll go for the pack, and I hope he gets a bit of good fortune. Oh, maybe not. He's got to go a lot higher than that.
Yes, I think he underhit that for the red,
And do you
just
think-
behind the pack.
Do you think perhaps the last time he went to the pack, he got a bit unlucky? He may have thought, let me go for the loose red, and now he can't continue with this break.
Probably had a flashback.
Yeah. That's a good safety. Unfortunately, only managed to make a 12 break. I'm hoping to see a century in this match, and I think they're both very capable of achieving that.
Both very capable players. Big break builders. So yeah, we'll probably see some great break building as the match progresses.
Oh, what a beautiful stroke into that corner pocket. In total control of that white ball, and now gives himself a lovely opportunity to continue with a nice break here. Lovely shot. A pot in the black.
I think he just wants to stun this red, open a few more
and
reds.
run off the other reds
Yes.
onto the black.
There we go.
Oh, he tried to pull back.
He didn't get in it enough. He
But I-
wanted to just open, screw the ball a couple of more inches back on the black, and then you have a few more reds available. And that previous shot he played is such a tricky shot, because at times you can overheat it and you'll have the white end up on the side rail, which makes it so difficult then to play the color.
And he has to go for A shot. I mean, a safety shot, yes. Welcome to Central Gauteng Snooker, boys. I see a number of the boys on the stream. Thanks for watching, and an exciting match in store for us here.
Trade available to the corner. Great
Wow,
shot from
that's a
Kiash.
good shot. So on the previous black, Fakhri, he tried a deep screw and came a few inches short on the black.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So you just didn't get enough into the ball. So had he played a little bit harder, you'd have opened a few more reds, landed on the black, and perfectly in line for the black.
Yeah.
Just underhit it a bit.
Wow, look at that power shot. I mean, that's Kiashan at his best, eh?
Definitely.
He powered through that deep screw onto the blue. Does he go for the long blue? Does he cut it into the center pocket? He'll go for the long blue, screw back into the... Good Lord. That's a prolific pot. Unfortunately for him, I think he wants to get bite a bit more into the ball and go into the pack.
Definitely, but there's just too much slide, so I don't even think the angle was offering to get into the pack, to be honest.
Well, he certainly potted that blue with intent.
Definitely. Did play a good safety, though. So, Farhad, what do you think about the Gold Reef City, the venue, the arena, the table setup?
I tell you, Fakhri, this is absolutely a world-class venue. The bullion room, the table setup with 2 steel blocks conducive for very good snooker. I think Pro Snooker has done an exceptional job in giving our South African players an opportunity to play at this level, and this is a wonderful opportunity for our players to get used to world-class conditions, and when they go and play in world championships, they will be more climatized. So a very good spectacle for South African snooker.
Definitely, and I was chatting to one of the qualifiers, Muzamil Zahid, and just to get some feedback from him, and he was telling me, being the first time he had Gold Reef, the venue is lovely. However, he said, because of the whole setup with the spectatorship, it becomes a little bit overwhelming.
Intimidating.
Definitely, and you know, to concentrate on your game, play the correct shots, you have all these viewership, you have people watching you. It's like you say, it becomes intimidating. The lights, the arena.
And that is one of the reasons why Pro Snooker have come up with this concept to climatize our players to this type of arena, the lights, the spectators, the live streaming. So when our players get to the World Championships and other professional events, they could perform at the level that they're actually capable of, and without being intimidated by the setup. And Kiashan back at the table. Mutalib overturning a golden opportunity, and Kiashan now with another opportunity to level matters at 2 each. A bit of a cluster of the reds. He's got to make sure on this pink. Very important shot. I don't think he's run far enough.
Oh, that's a bit unlucky.
Yes, but the pink, does it spot? Will it go into the black spot? I think our ref, Mr. Stefan Steenkamp, I think he's found that it does spot.
You could actually lay a snooker here by touching the red ball and getting a touch ball on the pink.
Well, Kiashan, I think,
He played it.
has got an earpiece that you communicating to him with.
I think that was the obvious shot.
I think so. I think so too. I'm just kidding. So that's a lovely snooker, and he's got to nestle into the reds, but he's going to find it very difficult not to leave a red up here. So Talib 41 points behind. Must be careful not to go too close to the pink. As he played it with perfect pace, and it's going to be very difficult.
Yes.
And I think Kiashan is...
He may have left the red on, but
It's
that
very
color
close.
would be quite challenging if he can manage to get the cue ball out
He's
of the
gonna deep
cluster.
screw this. There we go. Oh,
Ooh.
that is very unlucky. But I think the distance between the cue ball and the red made the shot extremely difficult. But has he left that red on? I don't think so. I don't think he's left it on. Oh, he may just get to it. All he does. Good power stroke by Muttalib,
Yeah.
getting himself out, and now he's got to find a way to get back down to the reds. He needs a power shot on this yellow with a deep screw. Quite capable. Wow.
And his main concern is now just to accumulate as much points as possible. 38 behind, you just need to put points on the scoreboard at this time.
Yeah, with our high value colors a bit tied up, he needs to get the black on the spot. And he's only has the bulk colors. Well, he's got the blue available now.
And that would definitely be his primary choice. Blue back on the spot gives him a great chance.
He's showing off some very good white ball control here, Talib. He's an excellent potter, but I think his strength lies in his white ball control. He's so proficient with that.
Small cannon on the red and pink, I think, would be the correct shot choice. Unless he can just run past the small cluster
And take the red at bottom of the pink.
correct.
But not an easy cut. He needs to be careful. He does just that. Take the loose red. I think the red above the pink, but at some point he's going to have to open those two reds. But for the moment, he's just keeping his break going.
If the red above the pink can go,
Yeah.
then that would probably be the ideal choice.
And what does the pink go into the center pocket? Is he playing for the blue? Excellent control of the white ball. Maybe a bit too short. Just a tad, a couple inches too short.
3 cushions through bulk. It looks like he played that to perfection.
I think that is an absolutely beautiful shot. He's got an opportunity to dislodge the last red away from the pink. And does he get that pink? That is most
And
unfortunate.
this
He
may
hangs,
be a free ball if the pink spots.
he hangs his head and total disappointment. And this sometimes can be a very, very cruel game, Fakhri. He was going very well, played a beautiful shot, and now Kiashan is in the driving seat.
Yes, and I don't see Muttalib Ali coming back
Not
after
at-
this.
That was very unlucky. Yes, I think this is where Kiashan will level matters. This
Another
meant
excellent pot.
excellent pot, beautiful white ball control, and yes, Kiashan at his best, and this is why he's a two-time SA champion, singles champion. Wow, some power drilling shots. Kiashan is a very powerful potter. He wastes no time, and that's the frame.
Great green to the center pocket.
Goodness gracious.
I think he's just showing off now.
I think he's showing his spotting ability. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? And then I think he missed that ball because he hit too soft. I'm not too sure, but I think, look at the frame was done, and Kiashan now levels matters, and both players looking very comfortable now, so we in for an absolute treat.
Definitely, and I think we still have, is it 1 hour 15 minutes for that?
Yes, the match is scheduled for 2.5 hours. We're an hour and just a little tad over 50 minutes, hour and 15 minutes into the session. So we halfway through the session, and at 2 each.
I do predict the match would come to a conclusion. With these guys, I think they play quick enough, and I probably, or at least one of them would probably reach 4 frames.
I don't think time will be a factor. You're quite right, Fakhri. All we're hoping for now is a nice break. But I've enjoyed it thus far. Very entertaining snooker. And on the other table we have Richard L and Fahmi Yassim, with Richard 2-0 up in the session. That match taking twice as long as the match that we're currently watching. And I suppose that's snooker. Talib not very impressed with his break. Naturally you want to avoid the blue and get behind bulk, leaving Kiashan with one of his monster long pots. Oh, goodness gracious.
Fantastic.
This man,
Fantastic.
this guy is
What an excellent
on
shot.
fire.
The blue not offering ideal position on any of the raids, so I think he'll maybe work his way up back to the blue, and then look for a better opportunity or angle to come down to some of the raids there around the black area.
I think you're quite right, Fakhri. He's doing exactly that. I hope he gets a bit of an angle on this. I think he's a bit too straight. He wants to lay a bit higher on this blue.
If he has an opportunity to play off 3 cushions, looks like he does. Unlucky kiss on the brown.
Well, the white may just run.
In his favor,
There's one below the pack. There's a red below the pack that I think may just go. Yes, he does, and he's going for.
Wow.
There's an unfortunate miss. Talib, a rather reckless miss there. So we are at the bullion room here at Gold Reef City. So this is the last 32 stage. This is the last of the matches of the last 32. We get into the last 16 tomorrow evening. I mean, from tomorrow morning, and continue with that on Saturday, culminating in the final on Sunday. That will be broadcast live on Cape Town TV. So if you are around and in town, make your way to the bullion room at Gold Reef City and enjoy a good spectacle of South African snooker. We will be here Friday through Sunday, where the final will take place. So we'd love to see you come through. And as I digress a bit, Kiashan is having his own way with some exhibition shots here, Fakhri.
Yeah, so a series of fantastic shots there. The blue, the red to the corner, opening up the reds, and then playing a safety. So ideal opportunity to force his opponent with an error here.
See Kiashan maintaining a bit of sanity after those prolific pots and put Talib in a tight snooker
Farad, that was a really, really poor shot
by Muttalib.
by Muttalib standard
doubt.
to
No
to
doubt.
leave one red on the center, one red to the corner, wide open. I just don't know what he was thinking at that time.
Well, I think he wasn't thinking. So I think that's your answer. But
I'm not going to argue with that. I don't think he was thinking.
yes. And Kiashan now starts off with 8 in the break. I wonder if he's got the angle. He's got to play.
He's such a
side
good
here
QS.
to get
He'll
it back.
create something.
Wow.
What a lovely shot.
What a fantastic shot. He makes them look so easy.
Definitely.
And he kisses that beautiful execution, Fakhri.
He may have closed the black to both pockets there. So may have to opt now for, if the pink does go through to the center, he'll play that. Alternatively, he
Go
may
for
have
the
to go
blue.
for the blue. And doesn't look like there's much offering from the red balls to go
No,
up to the
not at
table.
all. He may have to deep screw this and cannon off the red to free the black, or come through that, deep screw that.
Tried. Did he get a good kiss there? It looks like he could possibly pop the black
Yeah.
to the corner.
He did a deep screw, and what a brilliant shot to dislodge that red and
Definitely.
give him the angle. No, he didn't. I think he was a bit too fine. Or did he go for the pot? Because
I think he went for the pot. You'd never have played it that soft and leave the white ball smack bang in the middle of the table. Just doesn't make any sense. I'm
Well,
sure he went for the pot. Don't
yes.
know if it was a miscue, possibly,
Well,
but he missed it by some margin.
2 elementary mistakes, I think, by Muttalib first to leave the table to Kiashan, and Kiashan now giving the table back to Muttalib. And Muttalib is potting some fantastic balls. The previous frame, he just got unlucky with it, from the pink, so I think he's put it out of his mind. And he's looking very comfortable around the table.
Being 28 points behind, you just want to clear the loose reds first. Oh, that is really a unexpected miss from Muttalib Ali there.
You see,
Straightforward center blue, elementary shot, schoolboy error.
I think, Fakhri, you would agree with me that when you have these easier shots in comparison, those are the ones that require more attention. We somewhat take it for granted, go down, and then when we miss, we like in disbelief. And those are the easier ones we need to just take a little bit of time and concentrate a bit more. Like you say, it was just too easy to miss, took his eye off the ball, and that was the result.
I couldn't agree more, Faraj. Often we offer so much concentration to the position that we do tend to take our eye off the pot, and that's typically what happened in the case of Muttalib Ali. Just took his eye off the pot, wanted a precise white in a precise position, and unfortunately missed the blue to the center.
I'm actually surprised that Muttalib had gone for the attempt that he just did. It wasn't an easy shot. I hope he's not getting frustrated. And what a beautiful shot by Kiashan, freeing the pink up.
I don't think the pink will spot, so you'll have the red to the corner pocket just after dropping the pink in the center.
Yes, you're quite right. The pink will go on to the next highest available spot, which would be the black spot.
Played it with tremendous
This-
precision.
that was an unbelievable positional shot to get in between those two reds. Fakhri, this man is showing
That was
his
amazing.
class. Pink goes back on its spot. Will he play the black, or do you think he'll go? I think he'll go for the black, knowing Kiashan. And it's not an easiest of shots, but this man is, I don't think he's missed one of these this afternoon. Yeah,
Just making them look so easy.
very easy. Very
50
easy.
deficit. 51 on the table. And that's frame ball.
And he's just dispatched that red with total confidence. This, I love to see him in this kind of mood, you know. And he's such a prolific player when he's in this type of mood. And look at this, showing maturity and rolling him up on the yellow. And the concession will come, and the concession comes from Muttalib. And in our race to 5, Kiashan leads 3-2.
Leads for the for the second time in the match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we went 1-0 up.
And did he go 2-0? No, it's the third time he...
It's third time he went 2-1. He was 2-1 up, and I think now he's 3-2.
So Muttalib has his work cut out for him. He needs to capitalize on all the errors. He's not really benefiting from the mistakes at this stage. He's struggling at the moment. You know, elementary balls. We saw the blue to the center earlier. Battling to put together, you know, a sizable break, and we know him to be a very, strong and high break builder. So he's not really feeling it at the moment.
I think, making a few errors. Anybody wanting to get involved in snooker, please log on to our Facebook page, Pro Snooker Facebook page, and inquire about the nearest venue where you can get involved in league snooker in our various provinces and districts around the country, and have a go at the game. And perhaps pretty soon we could see you participate in the Pro Snooker event. So please log on to our Facebook page and make inquiries as to how you get involved in this beautiful game of snooker. And that's on Pro Snooker on Facebook.
On the other table, Richard Halliday leading by 3 frames to 0 against Fahmi. And look as if he's in the driving seat on the 4th frame. On a 27 break currently.
And Kiashan gets us underway in the 6th frame with a 1-frame lead. He leads 3-2. The clock has come up. We've got an hour left of play in this match. A very good return safety from Muttalib.
Very attacking safety, opening the reds, getting the white down. Trying to force an error with the reds open makes it easier to capitalize.
He should take this one closer, black off the black cushion. He's missed it and smacked right into the back of the pack. A bit of a smirk from Kiashan. Can't believe he's missed it, because he had to hit that red a bit thick, Fakhri, to get the angle.
Yeah, and he played a little bit of right,
side,
yes, running side, right hand side on the table, jacking the cue up, being so close to the cushion. So with jacking the cue up and imparting right hand side, you tend to swerve the ball, and that's why he missed the ball completely. So it's just the angle at which he jacked the cue up which caused him to miss the ball.
And Talib squandering an opportunity. And Kiashan's back at the table.
Table wide open at this stage, so
There's a beautiful view of the arena. We have two table venue at the Gold Reef City Bullion Room. Unlucky kiss on that. Well, I didn't think he wanted that, mind you. It was a very good pot.
I don't think he'll refuse this blue.
Not at all. This is Kiashan Mudli. He refuses very little. He backs himself as a potter, and look at that. He didn't even look like missing, Fakhri.
Definitely, and he's got two reds, one on the left, one on the right. So has some choices there. He's opting for the one in the middle of the table. Unlucky. He's hampered by the red. Can play the pink. Dead weight towards the corner pocket. What a superb pot there by Kiashan. Slotting the pink into the corner pocket whilst being hampered by the red. Just needs a good safety here. Doesn't want to leave his opponent in. First glance, doesn't look like there's much on. There is a bit of a fine cut on the red in the middle of the table.
And that's what they're vying for. And that is the coveted prize, the Gold City trophy, and your share of 75,000 rand.
150,000.
It's doubled. It's a 150,000 rand prize money.
Right, with the 75,000 rand, I was just about to leave the tournament.
Yes. Fakhri, yeah. You have a right to brag. You are the defending champion.
But in all fairness, in this event, it's definitely in the entire Pro Snooker series, it's definitely been the toughest field. Even with the qualifiers coming through, it hasn't, or it's not an easy run for any of the seeds.
Yeah, it's a very tough competition, and this being the first round, naturally it gets tougher as we go along into the last 16, and we're really in for a fantastic tournament here at Gold Reef City. So we're looking forward to a fantastic final.
He has the red to the center pocket. I think he may just stun it and hold for the pink, the opposite center.
Has he pulled it a bit too much there?
I think he still has it to the center.
I don't know too much.
If
Instead
not,
of stunning
then he'll
it,
have to yes, I think he just overhit it.
He overhit it. He's got to take a very tricky black here, and he shouldn't be thinking of missing, and he executes it exceptionally well, but loses his white a bit because the initial shot, he didn't get the desired position on the pink.
Yeah, and unfortunately in that position you have to commit 100% to the black, irrespective, because that's the only color available. And with the table open, you cannot even look at playing a safety from there.
And he's done with his break of 16 and has to run the white safely into the bulk end of the table.
Which is a very good shot. He's covered the red to the left corner. So Kiashan is, if the red below the black is below the blue is available, he may go for that.
Wow,
what a shot.
Fantastic shot by Kiashan. Making that plant is an unbelievable shot that he's just played.
I didn't see a raise of the hand, so I'm assuming he went
Well,
full-hearted for that
no,
plant.
I think he did go for that plant. Turning the black down, very difficult black, and opting for safety. I think a very wise decision.
Mutalib just need to avoid the contact with the red on the safety here, on the right-hand side of the table. And unfortunately he does not, which then leaves his opponent in with another opportunity. So that was absolutely critical for him to avoid the red with the side rail, and just needed to play the red a slightly thinner to avoid it. Decent opportunity here for Kiashin. Pop the red, split those two. The small cluster. There we go. Back on the black.
And I think Mutalib in a bit of trouble here.
Choice of red balls to play.
Yes, I think he's just
Choice of red balls.
played that well enough. He didn't want to queue over that red.
And when you have a choice of red balls, the ideal thing is just to play for a specific area. Because you have 2 or 3 balls going in a direction, you don't have to play precision control on your cue ball. You just have to maintain a certain area, and that will offer you the opportunity to play one of those reds.
You're quite correct, Fakhri. The reds are nice, evenly spread. If you don't get the one, you could be on the other one. He played a soft roll into that, and he's got to cut back into this left corner pocket, and he executes it with perfection, leaving himself a shot on the black. A bit of distance, but I fancy him slotting this in.
Dare I say it, Farad? Dare I say it?
Yeah, that was an unexpected miss, and I think the distance between, and he just wants to nurse it in, now surrendered the table to Mutalib, and Kiashin with a slender 22-point lead. Talib will certainly reduce this deficit and probably take the lead at this visit, or wanting to do that.
He has to clear the 3 available reds in order to give himself a chance in the frame. Slightly out of position. Would have wanted a straighter red.
He should get a natural angle on the black, and he...
Yeah, just that few inches overeating the white. Had the red been a bit straighter, he'd have been able to just roll it in and play back for the pink and in the frame. But yeah, unfortunately missed that one. Oh, that is absolutely devastating for Kiashin. Trying to play the safety, red knocking the pink into the center pocket. Nothing in this frame. Players separated by 2 points.
And the obvious is Mutalib needs his frame to level matters.
Mutalib not taking any chances with the long red. So Mutalib pushing all the reds to the top of the table, keeping the white at the bottom.
And if Kiashin should play a gentle stroke, and he does that, and attempt to pot this red, If he misses it, he should be safe, and he does get the safety.
And this is a tester for Muttalib because he hasn't been very efficient in his long game. It has been a bit off since the start of the match. So yeah, he's just not been in it. He's generally a very good long ball potter, but it's not on his side today. He's missed quite a few.
We have a Kiyashin territory here. What a beautiful pot. Draw back on the white, onto the blue.
Roll it in, play another long red.
And this is a little bit more difficult, but if he executes this, it could be end of frame for Muttalib. But I'll back him to pot this.
Ah, unlucky.
That's an unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky there from Kiyashin Mudli.
He's got a fine cut.
Still too much available in this frame, 43 on.
Did he overcut this white red? Yes, he overcut the red. That's an unbelievable
Green not coming to his rescue
mistake
at all. Yes.
by Muttalib, and that's such an intelligent shot. I'm hoping he's got onto the color. He opened the one red and just overran the white. He should be opting for a bit of a safety on the brown or green and laying it behind the yellow. Onto the brown behind the yellow. Get the brown in line with that.
I think he may be able to see the edge of the red.
I think he can, but he shouldn't be kissing that black at all. I think the angle is there. Yes. Is the white ball still on the table?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That
And it
is
looks like a free ball, Farad.
I would certainly think so. The ref is looking at it and he's called the free ball.
Would have wanted the blue a bit straighter just to roll and lay for the red in the opposite corner.
He's got to just make sure on that kiss the pink. What an excellent shot. Kiyashin is really playing excellent snooker. And now this is the tester. He needs this red. If he pots this red, I dare say the frame is over. Pots it with ease. Look at his position on the white Fakhri. This man is a man on a mission. Slots this, the stun on the blue. Nice stun straight on the yellow.
And the yellow is all he needs.
You've called it. So he's 25 points up at the moment.
Playing for frame ball.
Frame ball. Muttalib needs snookers.
And it looks like we can safely say it's 4-2 to Kiyashin.
No doubt. Going through the motion of clearing the table.
Some exhibition shooting.
Lovely side.
Around the table, maybe.
Certainly tried. And that's the frame, ladies and gentlemen. Kiyashin Mudli leads 4 frames to 2, and I don't see a way back for Muttalib Ali because, like we've mentioned earlier, these matches have a time limit.
Yes, and we have about 45 minutes, just under 45 minutes left.
Yes, 45 minutes left, and he's up against it. Kiyashin needing 1 frame to seal this match.
It's imperative that Muttalib Ali gets in first, and he makes sure that he's able to score a sizable break and puts Kiyashin under pressure from the start of this frame. He needs to clinch. 45 minutes is more than enough to be able to
Well, I don't think there's actually been any pressure from the first break from Kiashan. He looked so comfortable, and it's going to be, I don't think he's going to be able to get Kiashan under pressure. He's just got to go for the pots, and with potting like that, I think
And this game is amazing.
Mutalip is a problem. Yeah.
You know, this game is amazing when your opponent can sniff that that you're not offering resistance. He can pick out the emotions you're going through, especially when you're down, when you're 2 frames down. It shows in your game. You start missing the balls further and further away, and this offers the other player confidence, and that's a typical example.
I think so. I think you're quite right, and there's the despondency in the Mutalip's. You can see his body language, very despondent, missing a very simple red by his standards or anyone's standards, and Kiashan playing a safety and Flukes a red, no harm done. I think he'll roll him up behind the brown. Just needs to roll him up behind the brown. And
honestly, with a 4-2 up, a full cluster, I actually thought you'd go for the brown in one of the corner pockets. In this situation, that I think for Kiashan to do is play a more aggressive safety. It's to open more raids and bring the white down the table. There we go. That's sort of the shot you would want to play, being 4-2 up. It's an absolute perfect shot to play.
That is a perfect shot, getting the white ball behind the green, and
also
Mutalip finding himself in a full snooker. He needs to get that white ball nestled on the red, or closest to the left bottom pocket. He plays it a bit pacey, mind you. He wants to clip it and run back, and that will be called a miss. And I'm sure Kiashan will ask the ref to replace that. That was a very odd shot he just played. I would have thought he would have tried to get in.
I think he was actually playing for the small cluster behind the pink.
And kissing and running back to bulk.
No, not kissing.
Oh, going full into that.
I just think he misread the angle there completely.
I think it's a very dangerous shot to go for. I think a player of his capability.
But credit to Kiashan for the aggressive safety and getting the white ball there. It just puts so much pressure on your opponent. 2 frames down, being in this position. Red balls open, it's tough. It's really I can feel it for Mutalip. It's tough, really tough being out there now. There we go. I think he initially just misread the angle.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's the one he wanted to play. And it's not a bad shot. It's a half-decent shot. Doesn't present many options for Kiashan. Is he going to cut this to the right corner pocket? He goes for the shot. And I think, Fakhri, I dare say that Kiashan is just showing off now.
4-2 up, you know, you're feeling good, you're queuing well. Why not? This is his game after all. His strength is in his potting, and despite the fact that he missed that yellow, he'll fancy himself any day and back himself to pot, to rather go for a pot than to go for any type of safety battle. And he can read that Mutalip is just off his game. He's got the range in off the blue spot. This is generally in Mutalip's range, and he's missed it. And
he's a very despondent individual right now. And as we've said early on before the match, this, as much as it is requires skill and precision, and it's a very much of a mind game. You need to be strong-willed. Mental fortitude is required to play this game, and I think Mutalip has allowed doubt and despondency to creep in. and that, given all his talent, that's a very, very bad place to be at this stage of the game.
Correct. And, as we all know in this game, it's difficult to contain your emotions. When you're playing, your opponent gets a slight little run. It's at this stage, being 4-2 down, it sticks with you. It's difficult to let go. You get an unwanted kiss. You play under-hit a shot like he's done. You feel everything is just going against you, and this makes it so much more challenging being out there, and your opponent's slamming balls
Wow.
in.
And Kiashan goes for a very, it should have been in an academic pot, but now surrenders the table to Muttalib, and here he's got a red straight to the center pocket, roll through, and he should be on the black or blue. Nice kiss to get the pink. He has no excuse now not to actually make a sizable break and reduce the frame deficit to 1. And there is sufficient time to level matters at 4 each.
Of course, at the pace that they play at, 35 minutes left, more than enough time to complete 1.5 frames. So,
but he needs to finish it at this visit and not allowing Kiashan back at the table. That's the only way he's going to force that frame. And if he rolls behind the blue, that is the most unfortunate position you can find yourself in. And those are the little, chances that go begging. And that's just unfortunate for Muttalib. It's not, he hasn't done anything wrong. You just need those running for you.
And as I said, with making reference to what I said earlier, it's these little things that end up breaking you even further. These unwanted kisses, or, for example, he's just nestled completely onto the blue there, and, it just creates more despondency.
Yeah, on the other table, the other last 32 match, Richard Halliday with an emphatic victory over Fahmi Yassim, beating him 5-0. Uncharacteristic, well, shall I say characteristic match in the in the scheme of things.
In the context of this match, yes.
In the context of this match, yes, I think he's despondent. Welcome to the commentary booth. Munir Kesem has finished the commentary on the other table with Richard Halliday beating Fahmi Yassim 5-0. Munir Kesem, our international liaison officer for South African snooker and billiards. Welcome, Munir.
Thank you, Farhad. Thank you. You guys have had a brilliant match commentating on this table. And it's poised for a very interesting finish here, but I think Muttalib is under pressure from what I can see here. Kiashan's just playing a couple of loose shots, if you ask me. Muttalib has definitely got a chance here, Bahari, to get back in.
Yeah, unfortunate kiss there.
Yep.
You wanted to be on something similar, a simpler, rather.
Muttalib is such a fluent player. I can't understand why is he not playing up to his normal standard. What can you put there down to, Fakhri? You're a very experienced player. What can you...
Munir, as I said earlier,
Yeah.
it's tough being out there. You're 4-2 down. You haven't really got a chance to settle. Your opponent's been playing well, and in all fairness, Kiashan has potted, but he missed a few. Muttalib had opportunities to score frame-winning visits, to clench certain frames, and he just hasn't done that. And this is a
exactly
typical
what
example.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? Just look at that.
This is such a uncharacteristic miss on his side, because on any other given day, you'd fancy him to
Exactly.
to score something there and actually put his opponent under pressure, and he's just not doing it today.
And look at that, he's just showing real frustration, I think, with his game at the moment. Not on Song and Kiyoshin playing a nice confident stroke there.
Definitely.
Yes,
And
and he can play the brown, but he's actually choosing to play the black. Very
Munir,
confident selection, shot selection there.
you fought too clear. Your opponent is under immense pressure.
You have to attack.
You have to,
attack.
you
Yeah,
know,
he's-
what do they say in medieval times, Munir? You know the saying.
Yeah. At Kiyoshin, it's a complete ease. Okay, missing a few shots from what I've seen now. But Mutalib just not settled, and we all know the player that he is and what he's capable of. He's probably the most prolific century maker in this country, I would say, Fakhri.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know.
what he really needs to do right now is he needs to put score on the board, and he doesn't have to play anything fancy. All he has to do, it's only a 5-point difference. He just has to clinch the one frame at a time.
Exactly.
If
It's still got 30 odd minutes left, so
correct, and the match is not lost as yet.
yeah, I mean, you can actually finish the whole match in 30 minutes.
Correct, and with him now being able to score the 2 blacks and 16 break with 2 reds in the center of the table, this is a good position to be in for him right now. He needs to ensure that he needs to keep a tighter white. I think he lost the white, but he needs to keep a tighter white, and this is the correct shot to play. Red ball on the cushion, you want to take it off the cushion and you want to play a tight safety.
Yeah.
So you want to keep the table in play without leaving too many, because when you leave too many reds on the table, on the cushion, the frame becomes scrappy.
And it's just made it more difficult there.
Yes,
Look at
and
that,
you
yeah.
can, with a scrappy frame, you have an unpredictable outcome.
And it takes longer. Oh, and surprisingly, Kiyoshin missed that pot. I think Mutalib might ask to put it back. No, he won't.
No,
Because
he
he's got a
won't.
chance. He's got a chance to put it into the right corner with no risk attached. So it's an opportunity for him to get back into this.
Simple soft screw,
Yeah.
red in the corner, you have the pink or the black at your disposal.
Nice smooth cueing. And Mutalib is definitely not settled. If he misses shots like that, he's not settled at all.
His long shots just hasn't been there today,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. It's
I haven't been watching this game from the start. How has Kiyoshin been potting his long balls?
yeah, and what he has been doing is actually capitalizing much more than Mutalib. So on the unforced errors, Kiyoshin has definitely capitalized
And
in those
that's-
situations, and that's
Might be a
why
mistake
he's
from
4-2
Yeah, that
ahead.
might be a slight mistake from Kiyoshin, that shot, eh? Mutalib pots his ball. Kiyoshin is in danger in this game because it just opens up 2 reds, 1 shot. So 30
Just-
minutes to go.
Just under 30 minutes.
Yeah, anything can still happen, eh?
Anything can happen.
So Kiyoshin did not take his opportunity there that game, and Mutalib is just got to compose himself to pull himself back in. I think both the players are also struggling to acclimatize to the conditions, and this is exactly what you were talking about earlier. Mutalib not making use of his chances. Look at that once again.
Yes, and in my opinion, you are 39 plays 18. The correct shot, play it at the pace. You have pink
Yes.
and blue to go for. So rather, instead of holding for the black and doing that, rather play the white up and have the option of playing for both the pink and the black.
Yeah, and
Or
Kiyoshin
the
played
pink
the
and
right
blue
shot
rather. Yeah,
there. Yeah, to go for that.
and this has costed him now.
Yeah, and it's extending the game in favor of Kiyoshin. The longer this game drags on, the worse for Mutalib.
Well, to be honest, Munir, I don't think it's going to drag on for much longer. With Kiyoshin at the table, he's going to look at sealing it at this visit. He's a bit straight on that yellow.
Got a slight angle,
And,
and he's left-handed, so
well, let me tell you, he hasn't missed many of these on the rail. But this, he'd probably opt for a dead weight roll and stay on the black.
Lovely shot.
Beautiful shot.
Lovely shot.
Natural angle onto the yellow.
Kiashan's looking dangerous in the situation. Things are looking ominous for Muttalib, to be honest. He had his opportunity there, Fakhri.
Yeah, he should have played the black with a little bit more run to keep himself away from the cushion.
Definitely.
Well, that just sums up Muttalib's game this evening.
Oh, that was just too fast on Kiashan's side, so he'll have to play a
I
safety
think
here.
he's going to get a good safety and try and lay this white behind the black. Oh, he hasn't hit it.
Caught the knuckle, just unlucky.
Well, he hit it too thin.
Caught the knuckle, but it's still a safe shot, but Muttalib can put him in trouble here. Not easy.
That's a terrible shot by Muttalib. I think it's going to bounce enough off the cushion and give Kiashan a potting angle. And he overcuts it.
And on those shots, probably be better to overcut, because you're always keeping the object ball at the one side of the table and then the cue ball on the other side. So they play for the pot, but you play it thin.
This looks like a decent shot by Muttalib. I think he's got the snooker.
I think it's a full ball snooker there.
Yeah, but it is an easy command. But the problem is, what's going to happen once he hits the green? Where is that green going to? Oh, that
The
was
green's not going
surprising.
anywhere, Munir.
It was a surprising miss.
Didn't expect him to miss that.
That was a big target.
Is
Now.
that a free
Very
ball?
surprised. Is he going to take the miss? I don't think so.
I think he should let him play from there, because the black is glued to the cushion, and with being 8 points up, it's a correct decision to do.
Exactly. So well thought there, Muttalib.
Well,
So this is actually easier than the previous shot. The angle seems more natural to hit the green. And he misses it exactly in the same way. Exactly
that
that.
is unbelievable
Yeah.
that he's missed that. He's going to get a miss called on him. And Muttalib will ask for the white to be respotted.
That's the slide on the table. Fakhri.
Well, I think Kiashan wants to just nick the outside of the green and bring his white back. He doesn't want to hit it full. And now he just opts for the full ball.
That's a
and
better
that's a good
shot.
result.
Yeah, better shot. But Muttalib will have to return a good safety here, because anything's possible here. But being 12 points up, Muttalib not being patient, going for the kill. Was a good shot to go for, actually, but risky.
Could be in trouble here if Kiashan gets a good snooker. And it's a very, very
Oh.
bad shot by Kiashan.
He gets away a little bit with the
think
safety
it
there.
may yes, you're quite right. It just past the center pocket. I think there's still a cutting angle. There may just be a cutting angle.
Not easy to hold the white for the brown there, unless he plays it extremely hard and comes back up and down the table.
Well, 12 points up. He just needs this green and brown.
Wisely, Muttalib playing a safety. Doesn't want to hurry the win, because if he loses the game, it takes it completely out of reach. Obviously, then he loses the match, because Kiashan is 4-2 up, and the clock is ticking now.
With Muttalib being 12 points up, the green 3 and the brown 4, Muttalib potting the green and brown would give him 7. He'd be 19 points ahead with only 18 left on the table. Then Muttalib, Kiashan would require a snooker. So yes, he's exercising patience, because he doesn't want Kiashan. If Kiashan gets a sniff on this green, he could clear up.
But I think Kiashan should be actually waiting and playing it, and waiting until he's got a more definitive chance here, instead of hurrying the shots.
And it's a very challenging position to be in because Muttalib needs this frame, so he needs to get on with it because the time is not on his side. Even after winning this, it's only 4-3 with about 20 minutes left. Am I right?
Yeah.
And just over 20 minutes, so he needs to be able to clinch this frame as well as the next to give himself a chance at winning this match. So
Who's got the highest break this match so far? Just in case it goes to 4 each and gets to a stalemate.
I don't think we've had a break over 50 in this match yet. And Talib rushed that brown. He needed that brown to seal this match, and he's just allowing the clock to tick along. And you can see him rushing around the table. He's very conscious of the time. There again, just wanting to finish up and pot that brown, and I think more haste, less speed in this
I must
case.
say, for others, time pressure is a different type of pressure when you're in that situation and you're behind. It's an extra added pressure that was never there before.
what a shot.
What a pot by Kiashan, and he
Great
may
shot.
turn this on its head and seal it at this visit. And you're quite right, Munir, with this time pressure. In all the time I've played snooker and watched you play snooker, I think the time pressure you're very conscious of, because it's the first time I've seen you wear a wristwatch.
Well spotted, Farad.
Oh, wow.
Great pot from
And
Kiashan.
this is the black
I think he's
for the
gonna
match.
roll
for
this
the
in.
match.
Just needs to
Can
play
he
it nice
slot
and
this
smoothly.
in? And he
Oh, and he misses it. Muttalib
misses
rushes-
it.
Rushes back to the table,
Wow.
thinking, oh, he's got to exit pass now from the back gate here.
And would that miss come back to haunt Kiashan? There's just short of Munir. Check your wristwatch.
21 minutes.
21 minutes left. And
So if Muttalib makes a big break here and just finishes with a few seconds to go, he can still win this match.
well, at the rate these guys have been going, I think you're quite right. The frame if it takes 15 minutes, we're in for a treat. And if
I
Muttalib
can't
can,
believe that actually Kiashan hurried that black and hit it so hard. He had to play it dead weight and play it positive, you know. Playing a shot like that dead weight is a positive shot. Sometimes people think it's negative, but you need to
well,
give it a chance.
Munir, I'll tell you something. That's the first shot he missed on the rail in this entire match, and it was the match ball,
Yeah, and it counted.
and it counted.
Well, you know what? He's still 4-3 up. So he's still in the driving seat, Fakhri.
Also bearing in mind, Munir, that you know, we have a cap on the rule with regards to snookers required. I think it's 3 snookers, and then you have to concede the match. So if Muttalib can push Kiashan into a position where he requires 3 snookers, maybe put in a big break early in the frame, or maybe even over a span of 2 visits,
Yeah.
the game can be finished or this frame can be finished rather in the next 10-12 minutes, which will give them an opportunity to
Force it into a last game.
force it
Yeah.
into a decider. So Muttalib should clearly be thinking about waiting for a decent opportunity, because, you know, playing a safety battle right now with the last just under 20 minutes left, it's really not going to help his cause.
Yeah. Well, Kiashan needs to keep the balls tight.
He's going to take this opportunity. Slots in a ripper of a red. Has he got the pace to get on the other side of the blue and just fall short? But he will be going for this blue into the right hand corner pocket.
There's plenty of time available if you think about it, if you're at the table. So Muttalib is sensing an opportunity here. That game gave him a lifeline. And he's one to take it. That's a great shot. What a nice
Excellent
control
blue.
shot.
It's strange to say this, but 4-3 down, Muttalib looks like he has his tail up here. And
He's normally a very good player when he's got his back to the wall, and he was dead and buried, and Kiashan let him in through the back door. So he will seize this opportunity, and he has got a great opportunity here.
Has to go into the pack here.
I think he might just be a bit unlucky there, but
He
he's got
has
a
the
long
red.
red.
Yeah, he has the red to the yellow pocket, long red.
Yeah, but I think his body language, he expected a bit better. He's got to take on this red.
Fancy him to pot this one, Farad.
Well, it will be the first long shot he potted this evening. Well, what a time to pull that off.
Great shot from his side.
You see, Mutalib is the type of player realizing that he was out of this match, and he's got a chance that he never should have got. So now he's playing with freedom, and this is the type of freedom he needed to play with from the beginning.
Correct, Munir, and
Just as we say that he misses.
And
a
strangely
relatively-
enough,
relatively
even though Kiashan is
ball.
4-3 up,
Yeah,
somehow I think he's feeling a bit of pressure. He is feeling a bit of pressure and thinking, wait a minute. If I lose this frame, I could lose the match. So he needs to seize this opportunity.
and if you remember,
And that is a very poor shot. Sorry to interrupt you, Fakhri. Is that the pressure showing?
yeah, I was
First
just
time.
going to mention that Kiashan also on his run at Cold Reef last year was also in a driving position against Rafiq Lambada, being 4-1 up, and he lost that match. So at times you have that run through your head as well when you were in a driving seat, you were in a winning position, and you just let it slip away. So that could get to you as well.
yeah, and you start thinking about these things mentally, you know. Sometimes it comes back to you and it adds a bit of extra pressure, but I hope he blanks himself out to give himself an opportunity to win. But Mutalib is definitely taking his chances here, but it's not going to be easy. But now that he's opened the pack up, I think it's in his favor, unless this red is left up for Kiashan.
I think the red in the bottom left-hand corner pocket is up. Color may be a challenge. Yes, and he's gonna opt for a safety shot here, perhaps. He shouldn't be attacking at all. He should
He's
Be
looking
looking at
brown.
the
That is
safety.
the correct shot.
on the brown, yes. It's a very strange safety shot, but I thought he would have left it a bit tighter on the bulk rail.
It's not too bad because there's no colors really up there on the left-hand side of the table. They're all obscured. I don't know if the black can go past it yet. I don't think so. What do you think, Fakhri? Can that go? I don't think so, Farad.
No,
It
it's
doesn't
not
look like it,
available
yeah.
to the
So
corner
that's why,
pocket.
yeah, if it was, Mutali would have gone for the shot. So he's opting for the safety, yeah.
No,
Looks
he's
like
going for the shot here, Munir.
Oh,
He's going for the
unbelievable.
shot.
Unbelievable.
And he may just have sealed his fate with that shot.
He's 13 points up.
The blue and the black is open. Kiashan's got to take his time and make sure.
He's got to go down. He doesn't have the angle to stay on for the blues. So that's the wise shot. He's got to compose himself to give himself a chance here. He has got an opportunity here. And that's a lovely shot. Looks easy, but it was a pressure shot.
No, certainly was. If he missed that, he would have a problem. So
You notice Kiashan has just slowed on a touch in this game, trying to make sure.
and I must add that Kiashan's cue action is so smooth and his potting is so definitive. He hits the back of the pocket without touching sides. He's really potting well. And if you look at the shot he just played now, beautiful action on that. Give him an opportunity for the blue here. And
That's a
he
lovely pot. Nice
Fantastic.
control.
Pots it with absolute perfection. He's got choices of blue and black. Blue's the correct shot to take.
Just hurrying that shot a bit. He could have hit it a bit harder because he had the option of 3 reds had he played it harder.
Yeah,
But it's not difficult. He will take this ball on for the blue. Oh, stays for the black. Very positive. Very positive on his side.
very important black ball.
Oh,
He gets it just underruns it.
Is the red through to the center pocket?
I don't know. He's looking at it.
looks like it is on.
It is on. When you pot this ball, there's no doubt about that. He's a prolific center pocket potter.
Definitely.
Is he going to go open this back? Should he do it? He just nudged it. What a
Right enough.
fantastic pot, Fakhri.
And the red behind the last red behind the pack is available to the corner, from what I can see. And
And being a left-handed player, this suits him perfectly.
And I think this may be
I don't think it can go
the
from.
tester for him. He needs to be very, very careful.
maybe be a bit tight. Yeah. And at times that it's just too high risk to go for that.
That was a very good shot that he went for, and taking the black out of commission. It is potable, but he just pushes everything in his favor now.
I think, and if you look at the speed at which these two players have played, there's only a few reds left, and that this frame is gone. And is the white ball? Where's the white ball? It's going into the pocket.
Unlucky.
Yes,
That ball just didn't stop, eh?
it
Just
didn't
went and
stop,
went.
and that is the misfortune. And
I'm surprised at this shot that Kiashin is going for.
It's in his range, Munir. He's
it's a very tough shot. Very
The reason
tough
I'm
shot.
saying is because it was high risk, and he opens everything up with that. And that's exactly what he's done. All the balls are up now.
There's a terrible choice of shots by Kiashin.
I would have chose the ball on the left side, less risk.
He should have played a safety shot and brought it back into bulk.
Definitely.
At this stage of the game, he
You don't want
has
to take chances, you know.
no reason to attack. He has no reason. It's Mutalib's game.
Oh, that ball just crept in.
He's given Mutalib an opportunity.
The match is now getting to a climax here. Mutalib is under pressure. He's got
Muntalib still needs
12 minutes
quite
to go.
a bit to do to be able to push Kiashin out of the frame requiring snookers, or enough snookers rather. As we said earlier, it was 3 snookers required in order to conclude the frame, and that's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
So unless he is able to clear the table completely within the next 5 minutes,
And that was not
And
his
what
best
has he done
shot.
here?
Oh, no, he's okay.
overscrewed that ball.
He's fine, he's fine. All the balls are actually up, eh, if you look at it.
No, it is up. He has an opportunity to clear this table and force a playoff
Still can't
at
believe.
4 each.
Yeah, still can't believe the shot that Kiashin
He's
played.
undercut it, has he? No, perfectly done, but no position. He's got one to the left center pocket. Not the easiest of shots.
especially on these tables, that center pocket is quite a tough shot. And not offering much position either, so
Yeah, so he'll have to play a very positive shot to get on the right side of the blue or to stay on the pink. So choosing to play the safety wisely maybe, and in complete control of that shot. So it was a very good pot, but he's put the brown safe. More or less safe, so it makes it difficult now, but it all depends on the result that he gets out of the shot. Oh, that's a good shot by Kiashin. You
Kiashin
can see
plays
the
a
edge.
fantastic shot, and
He's realizing now that he's got to keep it tight. He knows the time he's
has
getting
he
close.
snookered? I think he snookered Mutalib. Could see the edge of that ball, yes.
And here's another opportunity for Kiashin. Here's another opportunity. I think he's going to pot this ball and stay on the pink. I think he will stay on the pink. It's a lovely pot here.
Oh,
my
he's
goodness.
rattled it, and I think
And is that the pressure telling now on Kiashin? It's the first time we've seen him. He's got away a little bit there. He's got a little bit away there. I think that ball along the cushion. Maybe the red next to the pink can go in the center. I can't see it going past the black.
I don't think he can go in the center. He's got to pot this ball. here, Munir.
Very tough
If he
shot. This.
pulls this off, it could be end of frame, and he overcuts it.
And I can't see Kiyoshin missing this red, to be honest.
Kiyoshin's got to take his time and finish it off here.
Just under 10 minutes left.
Yeah, well, there's enough time to complete this frame for he missed
my
this
goodness.
by a mile.
I said he can't miss the shot,
And does he leave it on?
He
No.
gets it behind the black, does he? No.
no, he's left it on.
You know what? 10 minutes, there's more than enough time for Mutalib to.
And the pressure is
Of
telling
course.
now on both players, actually. And
But
I
he
think
should just take his time, and there is enough time to be able to score a frame-winning clearance on this.
definitely.
So take your time and just commit 100% to all your shots.
I'd like to know what the highest break is, even if it's a 32 or a 36. Who made it? Somebody must have made a 30 or 40 something. Anybody know?
That's a great
well, Mutalib a bit
pot,
unlucky
but
there.
unlucky not to get position on the red behind the pink.
He'll take it on.
Fine cut into the middle.
Gotta get.
He's going to take the one on the top cushion.
He's gotta take it. He's gonna rattle
Oh.
it, and is he gonna get safety? He's got the white on the bulk cushion.
No, it's not safe.
It shouldn't be safe by Kiyoshin standards.
And with Mutalib's reaction there, you can see the ball is up.
Oh, very tentative shot.
Kiyoshin's
By Kiyoshin.
showing some
Maybe-
nerves here.
Maybe best Kiyoshin plays the brown in this
He
situation.
should, shouldn't go for the pink. He should
And
go
it-
for safety.
It's a very wise shot under the circumstances.
And
I think he heard you there, Fakhri.
but he's not getting the safety. He's not playing a good enough safety.
So at least he went for the right shot there. That's the important thing. You know, in this game,
Besides that, Munir, when he just played the shot on the brown, he put the brown safe, and that will extend the frame by some
Definitely.
time. So it's not an automatic clearance, and
Yeah.
that's in his favor. So because that brown is closer to the cushion now, it makes it difficult for either of them to pull a clearance. Okay, he's just took it away from as we speak.
and it
As
gets
we
onto the
speak,
cushion, it's all right. It's not potable. Mutalib is well capable of potting these long shots. I've seen him. 6 minutes
6
left.
minutes,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. So I'd like to know what the highest break is in this match. Look at that ball. What a shot.
I think it's going to get down to the
He
final.
might just make the highest break this frame. Has anybody made a break about 40 or 30?
I don't think. I think there was a 30.
Or was Kiyoshin?
I think it was Kiyoshin.
I think Kiyoshin is.
So he's got a chance to make a 31, yeah. Right? 27, 31, yes. Can win the game and make a 31.
All Mutalib has to do right now is just clear the table. That's
Oh well, I don't think he's going to miss from this position at all.
That was a good kiss on the black for him. Very good kiss. He's brought the black into play. How many points is he
you
up here?
wouldn't need the black.
Okay. Oh my
And where's
goodness.
the cue ball going?
No, it's not going in.
He's
It's
done
just
it
kissing
safe.
the knuckle. These tables don't have any nap. The cloth
And
is
he
very
gives
new.
himself a chance to actually equalize. This is absolutely amazing. It's a nail-biting
He's-
decider with the last 5 minutes left.
He's coming through the back door. Now, I know people are liking this time system, but I'd like to see this frame come. Let it get concluded by the frame and not go onto the time clock.
Why does he want to pot the black? For
That's-
the break?
For the break, yes, he's got 31. That might be the highest break. Is it? We don't know.
It's possibly the highest break. I think he's asked the referee there to put the black for the 31 break.
4 minutes left. So Kiyoshin played that brown. If he went for that pink, he could have missed it.
I think it's Mutalib's break. Am I right, Farad, on the last frame?
So look at Mutalib. He's now going to the toilet. With 4 minutes to go. Something similar happened to him. The last match where Ricky went to the toilet. But I think he'll be back before the referee is...
Of course, and with the 31 break as the highest break.
Well, he's got to Is there a 4 minutes toilet break?
Yes. So he can take his time if he wants, eh? But that would be. I don't think Muthali will do that. That will be ungentlemanly. I can't see him doing that. I'm sure he'll be back before, just as this referee gets ready to rack these balls up. Oh, Kioshin was in the driving seat there. I think he's only got himself to blame for the position that he finds himself in. He's under tremendous pressure here. He's letting Muthali through the back door.
Yes, I think we didn't expect to find ourselves in this position. I think neither did Kiashin. He's sitting there and just wondering where he had
The
gone
clock
wrong.
is ticking down. There's a couple of minutes there. It looks like the first person that gets in is the one that's going to win this frame.
Mutalib hasn't been breaking well all evening and has left Kiashin with the first red almost each and every frame. So he really needs to control the white on the break.
I think he'll be going for a
He's
fine
going
touch.
for a Mark Williams break-off shot. That's very smart, considering that he does have the highest break in the match. Just trying to contain.
Yeah.
What
It
is
was not a very
what
wise
is
shot by
Kiashin doing?
Kiashin. That was not a wise shot.
I think Kiashin, knowingly, he didn't want to have a continuous containing safety
Yeah.
and play it for the time, because knowing he, with the highest break
Yeah.
rule, is not in it.
Yeah. So I can't believe that the highest break is only 31, which is very surprising.
It does seem that Mutalib is going to clinch this frame.
He's in the driving seat, but he's got to be careful. I think he's going to play a safety here instead
He's
of
going
going
to
for a
take his time. He's going to play a safety. He's not going to go for the pot.
I don't know why he went for that.
Went for the pot.
This
Well,
could
it's
actually could be more detrimental to his game, because he leaves himself in a worse position. You
there's
should have
only-
just,
There's only a minute to go, guys.
Well,
so
he's going to take 60 seconds to walk around this table.
only a minute to go.
Munir, in all honesty, it's 5 points up. It takes you about 10 seconds to pot 2 balls. I mean, he plays one bad shot here, Kiashin can actually win the match. To go for the brown and knowing you played in the direction of a potting angle was absolutely the wrong shot at this stage. He should have just played the white tight against the cushion or clipped the green or something like that. Kiashin is obviously going to go for the pot.
Kiashin is sitting in his chair. He should be rushing
running
to the table.
to the
He's-
center
Yes.
and potting the blue. He's got about 30 seconds left.
I think
Surprised
he's
Is he fluking this ball?
flukes the ball. He's
he-
got to pot that blue.
If he pots this blue, what a nail-biting finish it would be.
He's missed it, and that's the frame, and that's the match.
Yeah, I think Mutalib's winning this game.
I think Kiashin is...
31 break. Well, that's not 31 break. It's a 4 points lead in this match.
Yes.
I can't believe that Kiashin being in
He's
the
going
position
to
that he
clean the
was.
table a bit.
4-2 up.
He's going to pull the dust off the table to eat up the last few seconds and act like he's going to play the shot, but
And Mutalib is the winner
And
by default of time. He was unfortunate in the last event where he was the victim of the same rule, and now he's the victor. But Kiashin has only got himself to blame. He was in this position, he was in a winning position, being a 4-2 up with the black to pot. And he's had quite a few opportunities after being 4-2 up. He never took his opportunities that were presented.
and this is the beauty of the game. And Mutalib Ali books himself a spot in the last 16. Commiserations to Kiashin. I think maybe unfair to say, but he'd feel hard done by in losing this match. But all credit goes to Mutalib Ali for coming out victorious in this match. So.
And just to conclude, Farad, the one attribute we praised Kiashin about was his long potting, and on the last blue, it just didn't go for him.
It just didn't go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this exciting match with us. And we've got all that snooker has to give the excitement. Thank you to my fellow commentators, Munir Kesem and Fakhri Hirdin, and we'll see you tomorrow for the last 16. Thank you and good evening.